addition to this year being the International Year for the recognition of African peoples, it's also the International Year for youth, as designated by the United Nations, and we are putting the spotlight on youth in this segment. In with us, we've got Christiane Maynard from the Heroes Foundation. We also have one of the students participating in the Heroes Foundation's Youth Development Program, Natalie Joseph. Good morning to you, ladies. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.
So, young people in the spotlight and doing positive things, sort of balancing the view that we have of young people. Not so, Christiane?
Yes, we do have a great desire to work with young people and to augment their life skills. And the youth development program that the Heroes Foundation has is designed to work with children in select secondary schools. They're in Heroes teams, and Natalie is in one of those Heroes teams, and she'll speak to that. And what we encourage them to do is to do volunteer work. They also have a lot of research work that they need to do. And one of the reasons that we brought Natalie along today is to talk about the initiative that we are doing alongside the United Nations volunteers tomorrow, which is a day at work. And we have seven companies specifically that have agreed to work with our youth development program through the United Nations volunteers program to have these students come into the workplace for a day and be mentored by a member of the staff to get an experience of what it's like to actually do work. And they do have to look at it as sort of a research project. So while they're working, they're taking mental notes because they have to report back to the Heroes team in their respective schools when this term starts back in September. So the UNV, along with the Heroes Foundation, is really trying to make sure that young people have a wide scope of opportunities. And we're really thankful that the 7 companies have come on board with us to get their staff involved as volunteers, working for the benefit of young people.
Natalie Joseph, you're a young person who could be doing a million things with your life. How do you get hooked up with the Heroes Foundation, and also, what do you think this experience will give you?
Well, I think it was late last year, one of my classmates, Adriana Marine, she saw an advertisement from the Heroes Foundation in the paper, and she came to school and she thought it would be something good to introduce to the students at the school. So she brought it to the principal, and the principal decided, okay, we could go along once we as the students took charge of leading the group in our school. And that's when Christiane and Miss Ogis came in, they spoke to us, and well, we got inaugurated and everything. And they called me a few weeks back and told me that they were having a day of work. Basically, what it is about is introducing us students to our career choice for the future. So I was placed at Scotiabank. I'll be in their HR department, and well, I expect that since Heroes, they're all about nurturing us as youths. Well, I expect to see, as students we think the world of work is so simple, but I did a similar program last year and I understood that it's nothing like what we as students expect. So I hope that myself and the other participants as well will understand what it is about. Not just going out there and, at the end of the month collecting a salary, but there's a lot to be put into it.
So you're going to see on an hour-to-hour basis what an HR department does, how employees in an HR department operate, and what is required of them.
Yes.
You're working with the UN volunteers on this, and I'm going to put this to Natalie. Natalie, in terms of volunteerism, and doing things for free, and interning for no money, apprenticing yourself for not even thanks. I mean, do many young people see that as an option to help them get to where they want to go in life?
Well, I would say it's according to the individual, because some of us, speaking for myself as well, I see it as a great opportunity because I get a chance to, get experiences in different aspects of life. And for some children, they may see it as, oh my gosh, I'm going to be spending this whole day laboring, and at the end of it all, I'm getting nothing. But I see it as I'm getting an opportunity to do something that I may not have gotten otherwise. So I appreciate it.
Okay.
Christian, you spoke about Scotiabank being one of the companies. What are the other companies and the departments that are involved in providing this mentoring opportunity for these young people?
Well, the UNV has a really good relationship with a lot of organizations that they have been working with to encourage corporate volunteerism. So today, actually, we have Methanex Trinidad Limited down in Couva hosting 2 children, and they're going to be going throughout some of the safer areas of the plant. Then tomorrow, Scotiabank, TSL Group, the other 5 today are escaping me for some reason.
But the companies in different spheres.
They're in different spheres. Desktop and Design Limited, Corbin Communications, and we have Regency Recruitment, also part of the program, Guardian Holdings Limited.
It's coming back now.
It's coming back now. But those are the 7 companies that are working with us, and they have created a program to help the young people see different aspects of what they do. So if you're an advertising and design company, what are the other things besides design and advertising, or what does that encompass? With the insurance companies, with the bank, they're exposing young people to the different aspects. And they're also going to be learning about some jobs are not just 9 to 5 or 8 to 4. With Scotiabank, they've been asked to come in at 7:30 for a 7:45 staff meeting before the workday begins at 8. So these are experiences that they don't know about the world of work that they're going to get. And we also expect that in terms of corporate volunteerism, the companies are going to be engaged in that they're going to see young people coming in and be excited about working for young people, and we really want for our youth to gain the experience, the life experience that Natalie was just talking about, that informs their choices in the future. They have certain career things that they're thinking about, and getting exposed to the world of work, they may change their minds.
Hands-on, and as well as they may be encouraged.
Exactly. So we want it to be that they know what their options are, and that they have a realistic view. And that's one of the things that at the Heroes Foundation and at the UN we really are encouraging, that as many people as possible get involved in doing things that benefit our communities. So from a corporate volunteerism standpoint, if companies can think of engaging young people, and for our kids, there are 7 secondary schools, and Natalie goes to CPOS.
Yes.
How many students have to benefit from this?
Every year, this year we just have 18 students across the 7 companies. One of the things that we secretly hope is that the companies are going to think that it was beneficial, that the feedback that they get from their employees is that it was an enjoyable experience and they'd like to do it again and probably expand on it, so that we can have more of the young people, not just in the Heroes Foundation's programs, but throughout Trinidad and Tobago, getting involved in something that encourages them for their future, to think about their future options as well.
I'm just thinking about the companies that are engaged in this, practicing, very enlightened corporate social responsibility. They happen to be pretty big companies. What about smaller companies who are listening to this and are inspired and want to get involved?
Well, actually, 2 of the companies out of the 7, I think, would classify themselves as as SMEs. They're called small to medium-sized enterprises. TSL Group, although it comprises several different organizations, each of those things have small to medium-sized numbers of staff, and Regency is also a small company. So the UNV did a good job in recruiting companies that represented large, medium, and small-sized enterprises. So really, it's when we do our postmortems and reports, it really is going to be able to show that all of these organizations, as you mentioned, can do this kind of thing. Bring young people in for a day, a week, a month.
You're on the job.
Yeah.
Because Natalie Joseph, you're a young person. Have you given thought to what sort of career you're looking at, in terms of direction?
Well, yes, I would like to head into psychology or law. That's why I was placed in the HR department. So I won't really be down on the floor itself. Maybe they'll introduce me to their people that take care of all their transactions and everything as well.
What do you think? What attracted you to possibly psychology and or law?
well, as a young person, well, personal reasons as well, but as a young person, I found it necessary, you know. Sometimes you're just sitting there and you're watching at the television and you see some things going on and you would like to make a difference someday. So that's one of the reasons why I went into it. Would like to go into it.
Christian, what are some of the other projects coming up for the Heroes Foundation?
Well, aside from the youth development program, which is something that we have every year, we induct about 200 new students into that program. We also have the Big Brothers Big Sisters mentorship program. It's an internationally known one, and we're the local host organization for it, and that really is specifically dealing with mentorship of one adult mentoring one child. Many of the children that we work with come from children's homes, orphanages, convalescent homes. So we always encourage people to volunteer in that one-to-one capacity, and our professional staff, psychologists and social workers monitor that so that the children get the best out of it. And then we also have our graphic arts program where we publish books that are related to issues that the young people are interested in. We try to make them educational, but even though that we publish graphic novels, comic books, but the issues that we deal with in those tend to be a little more weighty. But the delivery system, of course, makes it more palatable to young people. So those are the three things that we do on a regular basis. But we do have ad hoc projects that come up. We're always looking for events to engage our kids in. And when this came up with the UNV, we really wanted to push it because we thought it would be a wonderful pilot. And I think the UNV as well feel that way, that this is a great opportunity for further options as well. So those are the things that we really are engaged in now.
Well, we want to wish you all the best. This is certainly a very admirable and commendable endeavor. And I know that 18 young people will gain richly from it, and also the companies.
Yes.
Because they could possibly have future employees.
Exactly.
You can learn more about it. I'm going to put the Facebook page link for you on our Facebook page here for First Up, so you can get more information about this spectacular initiative with the Heroes Foundation and UN volunteers. And that's the show for today.
Thank you very much for being with us this morning. We certainly appreciate it. Don't forget, tomorrow is Friday, and we'll be right here 6 to 9 in the morning. Have a great day, TNT.
Bye.